Here I have my iPhone 7 Plus, and I wanted to talk about something that I find very frustrating when the phone receives phone calls. I am currently running iOS 10, and I can verify that here. Just a specific version, no, general, about. Okay, so you can see the model number. For sure it's an iPhone 7 Plus. And current version 10.3.3. And what I have found to be very frustrating is the way the iOS gives you a notification of an incoming call. I will now demonstrate how iOS 10 displays a phone call notification from when the phone is asleep to when the phone is awake but locked, and when the phone is unlocked. So I will lock and sleep my phone, and I will proceed to give myself a call here. Okay, so that's the notification screen that we are used to when you receive a phone call and your phone's asleep. I'll end that call. So now I will, it should be the same, but I will make the call when the phone is locked but awake. Make sure it doesn't go to sleep on me. There we go. Exactly the same as if the phone was asleep and it had received the phone call. So I will end the call. So now we will unlock the phone. And while the phone is unlocked, I'll proceed to call the phone. So it's a little bit different. Now you're prompted with a decline button and an accept button. Now let's end the call. Now here is the area where I think some improvement could be made, and that is with the decline option, and also with the call notification taking up the whole screen on your phone while it's unlocked. So let's go ahead and ring myself again. Okay, now if I hit decline, just listen to what happens to the call.
You have reached mailbox number 60.
So you see, as soon as you hit decline, it sends the caller straight to voicemail. Now I find that particularly annoying because now the person knows they had a short ring time and the person they're calling either was tied up or something, couldn't take the call and sent them straight to voicemail. But to them, it probably feels like the person just didn't want to talk to them. It's not a good feeling when you know that the person you're calling sends you straight to voicemail. So that's all well and good if your phone was unlocked but you weren't using it and you noticed the call came through and you just have time to let the call continue and then eventually go to voicemail. But what if you're doing something on your phone, productive or a presentation or just anything, and you just want to quickly dismiss the call, but you don't want to send the caller straight to voicemail? So for instance, say I was watching a YouTube video, and alright, let's just take a look here at Honda's new Jet. And I go ahead and give myself a call.
Since the Honda Jet received FAA certification on December 8th and EASA approval on May 23rd.
Boom. Now whatever you were doing on your phone is now interrupted by this phone call. And I go ahead, I click the home screen, it doesn't do anything. I can hit volume down, and that just silences the ring, but I can click my home button, and that declines the
You
call.
have reached mailbox number 6.
So you see what I'm talking about there. There's really no way to continue watching this YouTube video while receiving a call, and then maybe dismiss the call instead of a decline, and allow the phone call to continue and time out on its own, and also allow you to continue doing what you were doing on your phone without being really interrupted. So maybe there's a setting that will change the notification from being completely full screen to maybe being a drop down that will drop down from the top of the screen, and give you an option to dismiss or something, right? Just some different options. So let's see, let's go into iOS settings here. Settings, okay, go back. Let's go to notifications. All right, and let's look for phone. All right. Okay. So maybe my understanding here of notification and alert styles is maybe a little bit off, but let's just play with it here. So if I hit none, alert style when unlocked. Okay, so the way I understand this is when the phone is unlocked, okay, the notification style will be like that. So let's go ahead and hit call myself again. So I still get the full screen. Okay, let's go ahead and hit banner. So as you see from that graphic simulation, a banner is a notification that drops down from the top. Okay, let's go ahead and call myself again. Okay, so it's still full screen. Cancel, and let's try alerts. So alerts, I guess, just pop up on your screen. Alerts require an action before proceeding. Okay. Banners appear, yes, so yeah, we already did that. Okay, so alert, let's try that setting. Oh, that's the same thing. This is more like an alert, but it's a full screen alert, which is what I'm used to. So basically, this is what I find to be very frustrating, because I use my phone a lot for presentations. If I'm checking something, I'm on Skype, on a video call, I'm recording a video. That's one big thing that I find to be quite annoying. If I'm recording a video, okay, and I give myself a call, whoa, what happened there? So did my video stop recording? Oh yeah.
You have reached mailbox number 6.
Okay, so it stopped recording the video. Completely interrupted what I was doing with that phone call. With a phone that is not just a phone, but it's a communications device, right? It's a computer, and it's an iPod, okay? Now your phone does so much more things. It's also, in this case here, we are using it as a camcorder. If I'm using my camcorder on my phone, and I'm recording something, maybe I don't want to be interrupted. Maybe the phone call is the last thing in my mind, the last thing that I want my phone to prioritize. I want my phone to prioritize videoing or doing the function that I want it to do right now, and all of a sudden I get a phone call and that interrupts my recording. I think there should be something done about that. Sure, I could go in, and hit do not disturb. And then that way I don't get any phone calls, or no messages or phone calls or emails, I think, will interrupt what I'm doing. Let's try that here. So I'm in camera. I'm recording. Let's call. Okay, sure enough, there's nothing there.
You
No.
have reached mailbox number 6.
Okay, but what if I just want to be aware that I got a phone call, right? Like, shouldn't there be like a little message that'll pop down and say, hey, you're getting a phone call or something like that, you know? Because now, I might miss it. Sure, I can go into my phone and probably see the notification there. 10:20, yeah, that matches up. But anyways, it's just something that I'm finding very frustrating with this iOS 10 here. And the only way that Do Not Disturb, if it's on, will silence your phone or silence notifications when the phone is unlocked is you have to go into Do Not Disturb settings and make sure that the check for always is enabled when or under the option or the silence options. So I just really think that there could be an improvement made here to the way that iOS notifies you of phone calls. It should be a bit more smart with its notifications. It should know when when the phone's unlocked, and I think should prompt you a little bit differently. At least give you more options that you can decide how you want your phone to be prompted, or how you want the notifications to prompt you with a phone call when the phone's unlocked. I use my phone for business quite often, and when I'm on the road, I'm checking spreadsheets, I'm reading emails, replying to emails, so many different things, and all of a sudden, my phone, it's connected to my desk line, and I have call forwarding on, so if I'm not at my desk, it forwards to my phone, but also, if it forwards long enough, then my assistant can pick it up. So all of a sudden, if I'm not able to answer the phone, and my assistant will eventually get the call, but I'm there replying to an email, or I'm checking something on spreadsheets, and I'm in a meeting with a customer, and all of a sudden I get this phone call, and now I have to wait for the phone call to expire, because if I hit decline, then it'll end the call right there, and the call won't have a chance to then continue on to my my assistant, and then now that completely just interrupts me and puts a break on what I was using the phone for. And sure, I could put do not disturb on, but then it's disturbing, or it's preventing any notifications from getting to my phone. Whereas I still need to get my emails, and I still need to get text messages, and it would be nice to be prompted of a phone call, and that way I know that the phone call came through, even though I could be expecting a call, and it'd be good to know that that person called back. But I don't need it to take the full priority of my display and then completely lock out what I'm doing at that time, to wait for this phone call to expire. So that's basically what this video is about. Kind of a little rant about the way that iOS 10 notifies you of a phone call. So perhaps there's a way around this, and in the comments below, if someone knows of a way to tweak iOS or a setting that I need to change so that it'll do what I would like it to do or asking it to do here, please write it in the comments. And as a side note, once we're on the topic here of improvements and frustrations, one thing I've also found to be, or that could be make the camera app a bit more convenient, is when you're in the camera and you're in video, there is no way to change between 4K, 1080p, 1080p 30, or 1080p 60. I see at the top there in the corner, it says 4K. Yeah, that's great. Now, how do I change? What if I don't want to record 4K 30 frames per second right now? Maybe with what I'm doing, I want to just quickly record 1080p 60 frames per second. Oh my god, I gotta go back out of the camera app, into settings, back, settings, scroll down, find, let's see here. Oh, maybe we've gone too far. Where's my camera? There it is. Photos and camera. Go down. Record video. 1080p at 60. Go back. Go into camera. Now I can record. Why can't I just select that setting from within the camera app, right? It's a camera setting, and it's something, directly related to recording. And I think, a pretty important setting. But yet, you have to exit the camera app to make that change. Go into settings, find camera, and, make the change in there. Then go back into your camera app. It makes absolutely no sense in my mind. But hopefully, the next iOS 11, will address some of these frustrations that I've found with iOS 10. And for everything else, I think it's a great iOS, and has definitely served my needs well. But I just think there's a couple things here that could be improved on. Well, I'm not an avid recorder or YouTube uploader, but I do enjoy tech, and I do follow tech on a daily basis. But I hope you enjoyed this video and found some value in it. Like I said, if anyone knows of a way to get past some of these items here that I pointed out with iOS 10, please let me know in the comments below. And anyways, have a good day.